This is Raw Talk with Respect with D Main Street. With the inaugural Raw Talk with Respect on audio is how the coronavirus epidemic, as well as the rhetoric that's being communicated from the top down. And although you may not believe or hear or understand or even align with what's being said, it still affects you because the people around you do. How do you proceed? How do you navigate that? Single moms, single dads that are out there right now. It's pretty tough, is it not? How do you navigate that? Does 1,000, 1,500, 1,600 in a month's time really satisfy the needs and necessities for you and your children? If so, which is the majority of people that we're referring to. And the real talk is, how really is that affecting you as opposed to how they think it's affecting you? Because unless someone's really walking in your shoes, do they really understand where you're coming from, your paradigm? Do they understand your challenges? Do they understand the idiosyncrasies, the variances that happens in your everyday life that you can't control? And when you're out of control and things that you know that you just really don't really plan for, but happen because they're life, you still have to provide. You still have to come through. Because the truth is, as a parent, as a human being, as a responsible adult, you feel some culpability because you feel like you can make change and help in some kind of way. Just a lot of times we don't know how to do so. So, with your insight and mine, we can travel along that path, I think, and make some kind of headway. This is very impromptu, to be quite honest with you, because I am just starting the website, rawtalkwithrespect.com. I'm going to archive a lot of things that I talk about and would love your feedback, good, bad, and ugly. My skin is very thick. I can handle that. I can take it. I have heard worse, I assure you. I love to hear good, but I don't want you to placate to what I believe in. I want to know what you believe in and why. And let's talk about that with respect. Easy, simple. And yes, we'll get excited because things that are passing to us are, for whatever reason they are, we have to respect the fact that they are. My feelings are mine, yours are yours. I don't discount yours. Please respectfully don't discount mine. Just try to entertain what I say to you as I will do the same with what you say to me. And that's fair. That's not asking any more than you should do or any less. It's called common decency, which is a lot of times lost within the community that we reside in and live in right now. I would call it the atmosphere, the feeling. When you walk in a room, you can tell when something's going on. If there's really some animosity or if everyone's free and happy and excited, you can feel it, you can tell. You can put your hand on that pulse if you're paying attention. And I've learned to do so. So, although I'm not perfect in any aspect of the word, as far as what I ask of you, it's a learning process, a learning curve, if you will. But I'm willing to learn. Are you? Is the question. Because I am coming to you in your earlobes and I'm going to tell you some good shit. Let's just keep it real. I'm going to tell you some really good stuff. Forgive me for those ears that are so virgin. But the truth is, I use those words of emphasis a lot of times because my public, the people I talk to, I have to speak their language too. Not just the people that want to hear it one way. And that's part of the platform and why I have this, because you're not going to like everything you hear. And that's okay. Respectfully, I mean no disrespect to you, ever. I respect whomever gives me their time to interject, listen, respond, insightful information, I welcome that. So, with that being said, I want to know what's really going on with you mentally, emotionally, physically, relationship wise, concerning how this is really affecting you. What people really don't know or see, or what you don't post on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok. How do you feel? How certain are you of the future that you hold, your kids, going back to work if you can, school saying don't come back to school, we'll do it remotely. If your kids are young, how do you deal with that? How do you hire someone to take care of them while you work even remotely at home, uninterrupted, and getting things done because you are absolutely judged by your proficiency and the job atmosphere, and you know that. And if you don't provide and you don't do things that you need to for your job, we all know what that ultimately leads to. So if you do have a job, which is not the most, but some, how do you navigate that? And we haven't even talked about if you don't have a job. Where is your mind at right now? Where is your mind to think, how am I going to get some relief? The uncertainty of that question right now is so paramount. It's got to definitely exacerbate your trepidation, not only on life, people in charge, and the very root of the cause when you're not in control of your destiny. So, people, you can get in control of your destiny. The people you work for are just that. You work for them because they had an idea, you bought into it, and now you work for them. Why can't you do the same? If you're good enough to work for someone else and make them money, do I really need to finish that rhetorical question? If you're good enough to make someone else money, if you're good enough to make someone else money, are you not good enough to make your own self money? Or is it just you don't know how to do so? And if you don't know how to do something, what do you normally do when you don't know how to do something in this day and age? See, that comes with discipline, that comes with following through. It's like when you work out. No one wants to do it all the time unless you're really engrossed in it. But when you do, it's called discipline. The greater good is that you know the end product is what it's going to be. You don't see it at the beginning because you think, oh, I don't see it right now, but you know it's going to happen. And we live in such an immediate gratification society that if we don't immediately see funds right now, then we've lost interest. Same thing with relationships, but that's an ad lib on another topic, and I'm not going to let my ADD take effect right now, but that's another topic where we go way off. But on the financial part of it and the people that you are responsible for, whether you like it or not, including yourself, and how you perceive not only your society, the people that are close to you, family, and whether you have a significant other or not, but most importantly, if you have children. Because at that point, when you have children, it's not about you, it's about them. We all know that if you are a parent. And you parents to be, understand the game changes like that. It's a wealth of different information that will bombard you in your mind, but you're smart enough to do it. It's going to be scary, as it is to the parents right now that really don't know how to. But I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, all parents out there right now, that I truly believe in, that has gave me a lot of solace, to be quite honest with you. And that is, if I've lived 25, 35, 45, 55, 65 years to this day, whoever it may be, and I've made it this far, I am well rounded enough to figure out, even if I don't know, how to continue not only to survive, but to thrive as well. You have to figure it out. Life is not easy, as you know from experience. And to be quite honest with you, everyone that you are around, the truth is you affect those people. And it's very important that you are conscientious of not only what you say, but your actions, because a lot of times when you say things to people, they emulate if it resonates with them because they think in their mind, hey, it makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, that's right. And so that's another tool for their arsenal when they're doing things and communicating with people that will not only uplift them, but put them in a different space, if you will. It is your responsibility as a human being. Let's just say a decent one, but that's just a human being. From the golden rule to if you believe in religion to if you don't believe in religion, common decency, courtesy. And that's what's missing a lot of the times and why we have such a disconnect and why we argue back and forth. Because someone feels like, why are you mad? Because I don't feel like you're getting what you need to get. You're fine. Why are you mad about what you're not getting? But a lot of people don't understand the history of why people feel the way they do. Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter. Learn your history. Learn everybody's history other than yourself. And if you truly take upon that task to learn everyone's history, or at least the people that you are in contact with majority of the time of your life that you're here on earth, if you don't take the time to learn their language and what's going on with them, you don't care. The truth could be said about learning Spanish. It's too hard, right? Why learn it? I don't need to learn that. How disrespectful that is to someone that doesn't speak English, but they have to learn it as well. The connotation is that you're better than that person. I'm here. You learn mine. I don't need to learn yours. Why do we think that way? Because we're taught that way. And unless you have the empathy to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you'll never do that. Or unless someone that you really respect and admire in your life has pushed a button within your psyche to spur you to do those things, or your job may require it. But if all those things don't apply, do you do it on your own? Does it matter to you that someone else may not understand you and they want to, and you have the capacity to learn, but you choose not to? Why do you get a free pass for that? Why can't we just decide to learn, be better, expand? Why are we content? And then we're mad when someone says that we are. Because we'll make a reason why it's not important for us. Why does it have to be? If it's important for someone else, doesn't that matter? Which goes back to the root of why we're even having a discussion about COVID, you being home and not having children, or having children and not being able to go to work and whatnot. It's it's the caring part. People don't care what you're going through. It's your deal. Deal with it on your own. And it's so far immersing, encompassing, that because we're so caught up in our own lives and doing what we need to do to survive, we just discount everything that's going on around us unless it impacts us directly. And we have to wake up, people. And thank God we have podcasts. I'm very thankful that I'm able to speak to you, and whether they agree with me or not, or anybody else, there's something for you to chew on for a minute and at least consider. And if you don't, like a bad piece of meat, spit it out with nobody seeing it. But if it's good, you'll come back for more. And I'm going to believe that you're going to come back for more. I just wanted you to know that this will be a platform for all of my friends, family, unknowns, knowns, and future friends to be. Whether it be an ally that believes and accepts what I say, or someone that does not. I welcome all the same. I am no better than you. I am no worse than you. My insight, my experience is what I will draw upon, and the intelligence of what I've learned from people that I deemed to be pretty smart. And not just book smart, but street smart, academically smart, financially smart. What I don't know, I'll ask those people to join me, and they will give me better insight because I don't know everything. But one thing I do know is if I don't, I have accessibility to find the people that do. And I am not too proud to ask those people. I am not too proud to say I don't know. I'm not too proud to ask you, hey, what do you think about this? Is this right? Give me some perspective because you've experienced this before. That is key to communication. When we say communication, a lot of times, and I will end with this, when we say communication, a lot of times what we mean is hear me. But what I mean a lot of times, as I work on this as consistently as I am learning to do so, communication more times than not is listening. And it's tough because you automatically have a response. But to listen is respectful. To listen gets the whole story. To listen more times than not makes you not look like a fool because you respond without hearing the entire story. And listening, a lot of times, prevents you from putting people off and not hearing what you have to say. Because the truth is, if you're saying something and communicating with someone, you don't want to waste your breath. You want them to receive your information. So the question is, how do you do that? Where they receive your information, really analyze it, process it, and do with it as they will, as opposed to you doing it in a way where they shut off and they don't want to hear what you have to say. That is the absolute key to successful communication. You know your audience. What are you doing to communicate with them? Because now it's not about you. You're trying to speak and reach them. And a lot of times we get lost. Feelings, emotions, you fill in the blank. This is my inaugural audio. Tell me the good, bad, and ugly. I will listen to you, I will respect you, and I will absolutely work on everything I need to because I respect you. I love you. I appreciate you. That will never change. And that is not contingent on what you say or what you don't say. That is just who I am. I wish you the best. Have an amazing day, week, and weekend. And until next time, my fam, my friends, and future friends to be, this is D Main Street, and we're out.